lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy. This time I'm reviewing Don't Hex With Texas by Shanna Swendson. This is the fourth book in the Enchanted Inc series, and since it's like a later book in the series, it will spoil previous books in the series, especially book 3. So this is a kind of chick lit / fantasy series following Katie Chandler, who is a magical immune. So she lives in a world where magic exists, but it doesn't affect her, and so she can see the spells that are actually happening and see through people's disguises, which makes her incredibly valuable. In book 4, we see her leaving New York, where she had a job in a magic company, and now she has returned home to her family business, selling farming supplies, feed and seed and hardware stuff. So this book has a different vibe to it, and it's a lot of fun. It's actually one of my favorite books in the entire series. I love getting to see all of Katie's extended family and how crazy living in a large family is. Like, I come from one myself, so I totally love seeing all the characters in hers. So book 3 ended with Katie leaving New York because her relationship with Owen got complicated, because Owen is supposed to be one of these really powerful wizards. He's kind of on the front lines of this magical battle they're going through, and he's so emotionally attached to Katie that whenever she's in danger, Owen freaks out, drops everything, and puts everybody else at risk just to protect her. So there is a scene at the end of book 3 where he basically lets the bad guys get away and basically puts everybody else in danger just so he can protect Katie. Like, he cannot think rationally around her. So Katie decides that the magical war and stopping bad magic and having Owen be a functional, rational adult is a little more important than their really early on relationship. They've only been dating for like a few months. So she goes home to Texas and her family. So Cobb, Texas, Katie's small town, is supposed to be magic free. It's at an area where there isn't a lot of naturally occurring magic happening. It's really hard for wizards to be able to produce and do spells on their own in that kind of environment. They like to have resources to draw off of. So Katie's never seen any magic happen in her small town. She didn't know magic existed until she got to New York, despite the fact that she's magically immune her entire life. You guys can ignore my cat who's crying for I don't know why. I've already fed him, I promise. I think he's just in a bad mood. He's old. Poor baby. So a few months after Katie's been home in Texas, she does start noticing magic. Or more specifically, her mom, who is also magical immune, is seeing things she shouldn't be seeing and thinks she's going crazy. Because she's seeing statues come to life and choreographed dance numbers in parking lots. And people running around in robes, which are clearly things that should not be happening. So Katie starts investigating and finds out that this person is using magic but clearly doesn't know the basics, like the fact that magical immunes exist. So she calls her old company, MSI Inc., and asks them what to do. And they send Sam, who is their security gargoyle, to investigate and try to find out who's doing it and lead them on the way to right and proper magic use. But the magic user continues to use magic. They can't find out who it is, and they are starting to turn to darker magic. Stuff like using it to coerce people into giving them money, or, theft. So there's a second call made to MSI, and then Owen shows up. So the two of them, Katie and Owen, have not spoken since they've broken up, and Katie just left. Katie actually didn't even tell Owen she was leaving. She left him a note. So they literally have not spoken since she's made this decision to leave. And it's awkward and uncomfortable. So they clearly like each other, but also know that they can't be together because, it's not in the best interest of either of them or, the entire world. But at the same time, the only logical reason they can come up with for why Owen would suddenly come from New York to Texas to see her is that they are dating. So they go through this ruse of pretending that they're a couple and dating in public, but also they're not, and they're don't touch each other. So it's really funny to watch the two of them, who clearly have feelings for each other, and have to pretend that they're dating, not actually date. Everything involved in that situation was hilarious to me. I loved it so much, especially since Owen is so shy. So we're also introduced to Katie's large family. So all these people that we've kind of heard about, now we get to see them. So we've already met her parents. Her dad's kind of, okay, whatever, chill. I run my business and it's cool, but also like relaxes and just reads books. And then we have the mom who just loves taking care of everybody. She loves having the family around. But also her mother is not that far away and is driving her crazy. So that's fun. Katie's grandmother is an absolutely hysterical character. She likes to talk about like magic and the old country and wizards and pixies, and everybody just assumes that she's making up stories, and they're like, yeah, okay, Grandma. But when Owen gets there, he's like, wait, tell me about these things. Tell me this folklore. Because he knows magic exists, and his entire job is figuring out how magic works and how to make up new spells. So he's really interested in all these stories that he hadn't heard before. And then we just have all Katie's family. And by the way, almost all of them work at the store together. So it's a family-owned business, and they're all just come in and out whenever they want. They also just show up at the house whenever, even though they've gone off and married and have their own wives, and a couple of them have kids. They're just like this constant bustle of her family appearing and disappearing and like just showing up for random moments. That's just amazing. And Katie's the only girl in the entire family and the youngest, but like still the expectations are on her the most because she's the girl that like she is supposed to behave and make something of herself, whereas the boys get like a little more slack. And particularly her one brother Dean, who is her mother's favorite child and can do no wrong, and he's totally like this smooth character who loves talking up everybody. He's totally popular, and he's married this girl Sherry who is very much about her looks and like presentation, and she's also very concerned about like being liked and popular. And neither one of them really enjoys doing work, so like they always do like the bare minimum they can do and take extended breaks and just leave the store randomly, and the two of them are just, I find them hilarious. Like if I had to live with them and deal with them in real life, I probably wouldn't find them funny, but because they're book characters, they were awesome. We have Katie's brother Teddy, who's a total nerd. He's into like, he has Star Wars robes in his bedroom and stuff. Total geek, Dungeons and Dragons kind of guy. And his wife, I'm pretty sure he's the one who has like a little baby girl. There's too many family. Like I really needed a map, honestly. And then her other brother is Frank Jr., who we don't really see a lot of because he's usually off taking care of like doing deliveries and stuff and like going out to people's farms and helping them rather than like being in the store itself. And he's got a wife also, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who's got the terrorizing toddler. So like this boy who just runs around and like knocks things off the shelves and just causes chaos in his rake. And the only one who really can wrangle him in is the grandmother, who's just delighted to see grandchildren. So just a huge, huge, crazy family. So I love seeing that dynamic of how Katie's family works and why she is the way she is. So I love the change of pace. I love the change of setting. I love getting to see Texas. Oh, we also get to meet Katie's high school best friend Anita, who is Indian. So like from India, her parents are from the continent of India, and they run this motel in town. But like Cobb is not a tourist attraction, so it doesn't do too much business. So it's a lot of sitting at the desk hoping somebody comes by. Anita always has these crazy ideas of how they're going to make the motel like a tourist attraction, how they're going to make it themed, or like a bed and breakfast, or things they can like a spa or something they can do to get people to come, because she's just like bored out of her mind. And Katie's also seeing some changes coming back, like the school jock, like the captain of the football team type character, when they were in high school didn't even notice her. But now that she's come back, she's one of the few single women, and especially women that he hasn't dated. So he's trying to get her to go out with him, and she's just like not interested, but he keeps trying, and it's hilarious. So I loved this entire series. I love the small moments in it. And I also love just getting a break from the giant magical battle that's happening and just having a breather to just enjoy these characters for just having fun. And I love Katie's and Owen's relationship, so anytime I get to see them together, especially in different situations, it's just so much fun. So, I really, really, really love Don't Hex With Texas, in case you haven't noticed. I'm going to keep reading and reviewing the series, book 9 recently came out, so I'm trying to reread them all so I can, like, get book 9 and read the new one. Yay. Let me know in the comments below if you have been reading the series, what you thought of it. Are there any other series that are similar that I should be checking out? And I'll have the review for book 5 up probably next week. I've already got it here. So, peace out. I love you guys, and keep reading. Bye!